probably should also talk about waveform, because one of the key things that people who market magnetic systems make, and a lot of them do, is the waveform. And I'm not convinced the waveform by itself is all that important. Not the particular waveform. What is important about the wave is how fast it reaches peak and how long that peak lasts. So if you have a wave that's a square wave, when it goes up, it's producing most of the benefit. If it goes across and does nothing, there's no further change in the wave. Again, it's not doing Faraday's law. You're getting nothing, no benefit. So the longer it stays up there, the less benefit you get for the amount of stimulation time. And then when it drops off, you get some benefit as well because it's now moving out of the body and interacting with the tissues on the way out. But probably the force of the magnetic field coming out is not as powerful as the force of the magnetic field going in, the upstroke. Because usually the upstroke is faster than the downstroke. So the upstroke can go like this, and the downstroke can go like this. Again, different actions and different benefits. So you talk about sawtooth waves. So a sawtooth wave gives you an upstroke, a little downstroke, and another little upstroke. The second little upstroke gives you another little bip in energy. But it's still not as good as having a very high dB/dt. So if you have a magnetic field that's 70 Gauss, you almost can never duplicate a 70 Gauss intensity magnetic field with a rapid rise time with a very low intensity field. Almost impossible from an engineering perspective. But you could design any waveform to give you to maximize the dB/dt for that waveform. Okay, that's the science of it. So what I'm saying is that for the most part, waveforms are not important. If the researchers or the producers of the magnetic systems would tell you what their dB/dt was, then we can compare devices. And almost no manufacturers give you that number because it's hard to define. It's hard to get. Most of the time, these numbers are theoretical. And if you actually do measurements using magnetometers, and they have to be scientifically very, very precise machines to do the measurements. And the magnetometers have to be designed really actually for that particular signal to give you specificity, to tell you exactly what that signal is doing. So that's why it's very hard to compare these magnetic systems. So I discount the claims that anybody makes that my system is better than somebody else's because of the waveform. All right, again, the science just doesn't really sort of hold up, if you will.